Hello everyone, and thank you very much for today's webinar on how to use quantity breaks to set up and manage those sites that have a scaling pricing model. What I mean by that is the more you buy, the more you save, the more money off each product you get. So I'm going to walk through a process that we have for updating specific variants of different quantity breaks. So the way that we do this, and this is targeted for a very specific audience, so if you have questions and you don't understand after this video, please feel free to call Liquid Retailer for a consultation. Our number is 954-361-5284. And if you're joining us today because you're part of one of Liquid's internal projects, then hopefully this video helps. So the way that we have a process set up for when we need to update products is I'm going to go over here to my email and see from Tony Masana, who's an e-commerce administrator for Liquid, that he's updated following products within the system. And what that means is Tony's added these products to the back end of the site. So these are now in the site, but they don't have the quantity breaks assigned to them at this point. So in order to do that, I'm going to go back into the administration section and go to the apps section. I'm going to click on quantity breaks. And that's going to load the back end of the Quantity Breaks app. Now, for the products for this specific customer, we have quantity break groups set up. So I'm going to click on the quantity break groups. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and I'm going to make an edit to the mail meals. So I'm going to go to the mail meals and I'm going to click edit. And what this is going to do is bring up the back end of the system that's all configured to do the quantity breaks for the mail meals that are on the site. And I'm going to make a change to that. So the first thing I need to do is I need to select new products that I'm going to apply the quantity breaks to the new products that Tony's just added to the site. I'll click select products. And now initially what this is going to bring up, and I'm going to let it load here for a second, is all of the products that already have the quantity breaks assigned to them. So I have to give this just a minute to load. There we go. So here's all the mail meals that have the quantity breaks assigned to them. But this isn't grouped the way that we need it to, because we need it grouped by the type of product variant. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click on this check mark so that it does not give me the results with all the variants grouped together. And I'm going to click search again. And this is going to give me the results of everything that's in the catalog, and it'll have a check mark next to those that already have the quantity breaks assigned to them, and I'll have the opportunity to add those that don't. So you'll see here that there's a few new products. I'm going to go over to what Tony has. Tony said 95 chicken finger sub. So I'm going to go in here and I need to find the male version of the chicken finger sub. So I'm going to scroll down through here, 95, I think it'll be under C for chicken. So go to page 2. Chicken parm, and here we go, the chicken finger sub. So now I've got the chicken finger sub, there's the female and the male variant. So what I'm doing right now is I'm working on the male variant. So we know that we need this product added to the Quantity Breaks app. So I'm going to click add. So there's the male chicken finger sub, and we have the traditional lasagna. So I'm thinking that's probably under T. So we're in P, page 6. S. Okay, the meatball. Okay, let's try and see if it's under L for lasagna. Loaded potatoes, baked potato. Okay, let's see if it's under 95. 5, there it is. 95 is traditional lasagna. So again, we're working on the male meal, so I'm going to leave the female alone and just add the male meal. So we've got the male meal. Now I need Bubba Lou's barbecue chicken taco. So I'm going to go to the B's, Scroll down in the B's. Here's Bubbaloo's barbecue chicken taco, and again, the male version of this product. And we've got loaded baked potatoes. We saw those before when we were in the L's. Page 4. Here they are, loaded baked potatoes. So again, the male version. Philly cheesesteak wrap. So we'll go find our way to the P's. Philly cheesesteak wrap, perfect. We got the male version again. And the Fiesta egg bowl. So let's go back here. And we'll find the Fiesta egg bowl, and again, the male version. So now we've checked through and we've added the male variant of each of the new products that Tony's added to the system. We've added those for inclusion into the quantity breaks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Continue with Selected Products. I'm going to scroll down here